Some stories are faint echoes. They come and go. But some stories, they crawl under your skin. This one never left me. Not in dreams. Not in daylight. It began in the year 2018. I was working in a quiet clinic, located on the outskirts of rural Bengaluru. Most days were uneventful. A few cases of seasonal depression. Some adolescent anger. Grief counseling here and there. And then came Reina. That's not his real name. But that's what we'll call his. She walked in on a Tuesday, wearing a red sari, crimson with dull gold embroidery. His posture was confident, but his eyes gave it away. Dark circles. Restless gaze. Fidgeting fingers. She looked like she hadn't slept in days. She introduced herself. A healthcare professional. Posted to a village folk. It was a 2-year government assignment. She had a 10-year-old son. Her husband worked in Muscat. A civil engineer. They kept in touch online. He visited during holidays. She said she enjoyed rural life. It was peaceful, she told me. No traffic. No chaos. Just birds, trees, and quiet roads. For the first year, everything was normal. She adjusted well. Her son made friends. She got into a routine. Cooking, work, bedtime stories. Then came December 2017. Her husband came home for a short visit. Brought chocolates and new clothes for their son. They were happy. One day they were cleaning the backyard. There was an old outhouse. It smelled of dust and coconuts. They stored dry goods there. Her husband noticed something. Near the chimney. 4 spiders. Locked together. Mating. It looked bizarre. They were unusually large. She laughed. So did he. He picked up a stick and crushed them. Gross, he said. They moved on the next day. She went in alone to fetch some coconuts. And there they were again. Semi-spot bull spiders. Mating. She hesitated. But then she killed them. She told herself it was coincidence. 3 days later, her son came screaming. Ma. Spiders again. She rushed. Semi-spot semi-act. Spiders. She yelled her husband. He crushed them again. Dismissed it, it's just spiders, he said. He seemed annoyed. Soon, he left for Muscat again. Back to work. She resumed her routine. But something had changed. The house felt colder. Even during the day. And the dreams began. At first, it was subtle. She dreamt of spiders crawling across the ceiling. Watching her. Silent. Menacing. Then she felt them on her body. In her sleep. She would wake up gasping. Sheets thrown off, no spiders. Just sweat. And silence. Some nights were worse. She dreamt of being held down. Silken threads bending her arms. Legs. Mouth. Then the spiders came. Hundreds. Eyes glinting. Fangs glistening. They didn't bite. They touched. Teased. It was horrific, and yet, in her own words, disturbingly intimate. She would wake up crying. Sometimes trembling. But not from fear alone. She tried ignoring it, but then, it started happening while awake. She would feel a tickle on her thigh. Check. Nothing. A brush on her neck. No spider. A whisper. Her name. Reina. In a low, hoarse tone. One night, she woke up and saw them. Poor spiders. Mating. On her pillow. She killed them. Started sleeping with the lights on, even her son noticed. Ma, you look sick. She came to me in early January. Explained everything. Half apologetically, like she was afraid I'd laugh. I didn't. I've seen trauma in many forms. Her symptoms matched past. Though the trigger was unclear. I prescribed mild anxiety pills. Started a movement desensitization therapy. MDR. She responded well. Avoided alcohol. Followed routines. February came. She smiled in our sessions. No nightmares. No sightings. I felt proud. Until March. She walked in. Disheveled. Eyes wide. Terrified. They're back, she whispered. Everywhere. She had not slept in days. Her son was at her parents' house. Missed school. She had spotted palm-sized spiders. Daily. Bathroom. Showerhead. Kitchen counter. Inside her slippers. Under her pillow. Inside the refrigerator. She killed them. But new ones came. Always in pairs. Always mating. She broke down. I am going mad, she said. Then something new happened. One day at the hospital. In the parking lot, she was getting into her car. A spider dropped from the rearview mirror. Landed on her chest. She screamed. People gathered. She tore her dress. Slapped herself. No one else sight. We consulted our psychiatrist. Prescribed stronger antidepressants. Her blood pressure was dangerously high. Pulse erratic. She was paranoid. Delusional, perhaps. But not dishonest. Her fear was raw. Her husband returned. Took emergency leave from Muscat. He was calm. Collected. Did not believe in ghosts or demons. He hired professionals. Top pest control firm. They sprayed everything. Searched nooks. Crannies, outhouse. Chimney. Found just 3-4 regular spiders. Nothing unusual. Yet she still encountered 5 every day. She kept a notebook. Documented each sighting. Time. Place. State of the spiders. Always in pairs. She began burning camphor. Chanting mantras. Anything to make it stop. I saw it in April again. They had not brought their son back. The house isn't safe, she said. Her voice flat. Emotionless. But then she asked for more pills. I need to sleep, she begged. I asked why. She hesitated. Then told me her son had been bitten. Not at her home. At her parents' house. 100 kilometers away. In rural Kerala. He developed a fever. Seizures. Was hospitalized. IKEA. Doctors found puncture marks. Unusual venom signature. They couldn't identify it, even I felt my stomach drop. Coincidence? I wasn't sure anymore. A week later, they visited me again. As a family. They were leaving. Moving to Sharjah. Permanently. New job for the husband. New school for the boy. New country. New life. They looked tired, but determined. I recommended relaxation techniques, breathing exercises, guided meditation. She nodded. Didn't smile. They left. That night, I couldn't sleep. I kept thinking of the Ridseri, the chimney, the dreams, the whispers. I brushed it off until I had a dream. My clinic. Empty. Cold. The Ridseri folded neatly on the couch. Arm from underneath it. Bull spiders. Entwined. Moving slowly. Watching me. I woke up sweating. Nothing in the room. No spiders. Just darkness. But I couldn't forget. Even now, I sometimes feel a tickle on my neck. What a whisper I can't explain. Some stories end with healing. Some with justice. But some just linger. Unfinished. Unanswered. Crawling in the shadows of your mind. This was Rene's story. What maybe it was the spiders. I still don't know. And perhaps I never will.